Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. So I've recently just fallen down the AI art rabbit hole, and maybe you're bored about people talking about this already. Maybe you're not. Maybe you've never heard of it and you've been living in a cave of some kind. As you know, it's art that you create basically by writing prompts, telling the computer what sort of thing you want to create, and then the computer or AI creates this art for you. And there are some ethical issues and many debates going on about this whole thing, and I won't go into any of that right now. I might talk about it though in a future video. As I do this video, I'm really wondering how this whole landscape of AI is going to change in the next year, because it's exploded so much and is just evolving at an exponential rate. So I don't know. I'd just be really interested to know what I'm talking about in a year's time, having spent many hours already with this kind of software and trying to figure things out. So some of the AI tools I've been looking at are Midjourney, CF Spark, which I'm just about to talk about, AI in Canva, which you can also use, Night Cafe, and DALL-E 2. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to be talking about briefly CF Spark, which is actually Creative Fabrica's version. They have their own AI tool on there. And I'm going to say something really annoying. I'm sure you can see that banner on the screen, CF Spark win $100,000. And I'm going to be really, really annoying and say that at the time of doing this video, this competition is about to end, which is really, really frustrating because I wish I'd known about it beforehand and been able to talk about it as well. But I just stumbled across it actually today. And it's also ending today, and it's been on for I think a few months now. There's been a different competition every month. You don't actually win 100,000, but there are 47 different prizes and lots of good ones. As you can see, first prize is $20,000. But let me just say, before you kind of click off the video and think, why is she telling me about this? Even though this competition is about to end on the 31st of December, and I have actually contacted them, and they've said they haven't got plans to redo this competition in January. However, I believe they'll probably have some other competitions running in this space in the future. So it's definitely worth, if you're not already, just kind of signing up to their email list, and you should be able to find out about it. Unfortunately, how it's actually the most downloaded art that gets chosen. It is the case that several people, for example, with the same name, have actually won in the same competition. I don't know how many people were entering this. Maybe not enough people even knew about it. I'm sure that, like I said, Creative Fabrica will probably do other contests like this in the future. I believe you need to be a paying member with Creative Fabrica, and then you can also use CF Spark, which is here. So if you just go into your menu and go to Spark, and then you can go to create art, create text, create patterns, and there are various different things that you can do. Now, I'll just say from my own perspective, and I'll do a video comparing the different AI platforms and things in the future, but from my own experience so far, Midjourney is way ahead of any of these other platforms. It's just unfortunate you really have to pay quite a bit of money for Midjourney. It's $30 a month for the unlimited plan, which is what I've currently got. Despite that, you can still create some decent things, and I'm sure that these other AI platforms are also going to improve and improve in a matter of weeks rather than months. I think that they're evolving all the time and they're getting better all the time. So I think it's worth just playing around with some of them as well, even though some are much more simple than others. But I did want to just show you a comparison as well. In that competition, by the way, you actually had the option of hiding your prompt so that other people don't see it. But unfortunately, you have to pay for that privilege. So I paid for it temporarily. I'll probably just keep the subscription for like the next month or so. So basically, you can actually publish anything that you create with the AI tool on Creative Fabrica and publish it, and people can download it, and you will get some credit if someone downloads it. I believe, I don't have absolutely no idea how much you get, because I've not published stuff to for people to download on Creative Fabrica before. as I said, I've literally only gone into this particular tool today, like within the last several hours. You can write whatever prompt you want. For example, this is one of the prompts that I had here that came out with this. And you can add these prompts such as painting, colouring page, and so on. But that's kind of as it at the moment. It's quite simple in that respect. However, I did want to show you a comparison because I used this exact same prompt, but then used it in Midjourney. And you can see what the difference is. So I'll show you now. So remember, this is a CF Spark. And then I used this exact prompt and put it into Midjourney. So these are the 4 different designs that Midjourney came up with from that exact same prompt. Just from that really simple prompt, Midjourney has come up with like a much better design. And you can see that the skulls and everything are really well created. They look really good. Whereas the one on Creative Fabrica, it doesn't quite look quite right. And the same with some of these, you can see these are kind of like muddled up a bit. So okay, so I'm going to try a different prompt as well and just show you the difference, say, in Midjourney. So I went through a period on here of creating some kind of like doodle art stuff with coffee. I was thinking Valentine's Day, coffee and stuff like that. So I'll just show you, again, some of these are okay, like these ones, some of them are kind of interesting. But if I put the same prompt in Midjourney, the exact same prompt, I want to just see what comes out. So I'll show you now. Okay, so I just went onto Midjourney, put that same prompt in, and this is what's come up with. And I just think, like, I'm not sure why sometimes it comes up with a kind of page like that. Like, it often does that in Midjourney. It will come up with a kind of mock-up sort of style. However, these ones are just amazing in my view. If you're serious about AI art, then you should probably just go to Midjourney. That being said, not everyone has $30 a month plus $20 a month if you want to make it private to get started. So if you're interested in just looking into it, then I would probably try some of the other platforms. Obviously, if you're already subscribed to Creative Fabrica, then go and check that platform out first and you can kind of get an idea about AI art and what it's like. If you're already a member of Creative Fabrica, you can use it straight away. But if you want to hide your prompts, then for me it was £8.99 and it was £10.79 after tax. So I guess that's a little bit more, slightly more in dollars if you're in the US. If I wanted to, what I would do is hit publish, and you can either just publish it as it is or publish and hide the prompt. And obviously I do have this right now, so I could publish it and hide the prompt. I don't know if I'm going to keep that in the long term, really, because I think primarily I'm going to use Midjourney if I continue down the road of looking into AI art. That being said, I've seen some amazing creations even on here. It's probably just that I don't know quite how to craft the right prompts on the Creative Fabrica one yet. I wanted to shout out to Paddy from Stacking Profit because he is where I first started to really seriously look into AI from watching some of his videos. So I do recommend you go and check out his channel if you are interested in learning, for example, how to create colouring pages with AI art using Midjourney. And I'm sure he's going to be doing lots of videos as well that are really, really helpful as far as AI art goes, and it's certainly been really helpful for me so far. With Creative Fabrica Spark, you can create art or text or create patterns. So I've actually got in and, for example, created these skull patterns. Again, they're not as good as in Midjourney by any stretch, but I think if you played around with it a bit, you can definitely come up with some really good patterns, but it's really hit and miss. Create text I've not tried. So create text, I have not tried this yet. So this is like a generator but for text. So if you wanted to create an article or a story or Facebook ad, actually got full article generators. It's got all kinds of stuff. This is the first time I ever saw this. Can even write an SEO meta description and landing page text, and you could write blog posts and various stuff. So I have not even delved into this yet. I will definitely be having a look at that as well. And I'm sure it's something that they are going to continue to improve. So if you already have a Creative Fabrica subscription, or if you are interested in getting one, then at least you know that all of that kind of stuff is also included, as well as all of the arts and graphics and fonts and everything else. So I'm just going to leave it there for today. I hope you found this useful, and I will speak to you again very soon.